Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another speed build and we are continuing in the Strangerville game pack. So in this build, as you can see, it's already, the aesthetic of the build has already come together. I wanted to try and work out another way to use these plane crash items that we got with the game pack. And I've seen quite a few people do a bar and I think they've done it beautifully and I'm like, oh, I wish I could build like that. But I also saw the fact that they have like the long metal bits still in there and I thought, wait, could the bowling still work in there? And it does. And so I decided to build a bowling alley with all these, with the crash plane items. I use the wings, which obviously they came off when it crashed, as kind of like covers. I put a bar under that bit, but I also put another one on the other side just for some decorative bits. And then I also use the, as you can see there, the nose of the plane, I think that's what it's called. But what I do add in the late, as you see later in the videos, I do add in like an underground bar, because I do add in one up top, but I thought it would look nice to have some underground bit as well if there was like people wanting to go sit underground, come out of the sun, because I know it's a desert, at least then it gets a little bit cooler and stuff. But I misunderstood how this object worked, because I saw the door and I was like, oh, that means they can go through that door, but then I forgot that it's just a decorative object. So in this part I do build the stairs under the nose of the plane, but when I do play test this build, I noticed that the sim couldn't get in, so I had to like reposition the nose of the plane and the stairs are just in front of it. So this build is fully functional, everything works, they can cook, they can eat, the bowling all works fine. And so yeah, I think that's mostly what I wanted to talk about in this build. I'll go on to some other things now. When I was trying to do this build, I wanted it really to fit into the landscape. So I added in a lot of stones and made it quite... At first, you could see the brick that I use looked quite modern. Because I was like, maybe I could make it look like somebody had come along and tried to really make this much more of an upmarket place. Like changed all of these crash planes into these modern themed bar, but I didn't think it really worked. I thought the contrast was, I wasn't really enjoying the contrast. So I do in the end use the metal, I'm trying to think of what they're called, but like the metal plating wall colouring that comes with Strangerville. I thought it fitted in better with the bar that I put in and the crash plane. I think it just matched better, and it also fits the aesthetic of Strangerville, instead of like this place which looks completely stark if you had all this like modern buildings next to these planes. So I was really happy with how this build came out. I was kept on trying to think of like new ways to try and use the items that came with Strangerville, because like I said, loads of people have done bars, and I mean I could have done a bar, and I probably will still do a bar, but I think somebody I saw did a fallout shelter and it looks stunning. I was like, damn, that is a good build. But I was kind of happy with how this turned out in the end. I did end up cutting quite a lot of the footage out because it got a little bit repetitive in the end. And in the screenshots you will see that I did add in some terrain manipulation. This was, I felt, added to the look of the build, made it fit in a little bit more with the surroundings. I don't know, it just made it look a little bit less even, and the fact that I do add in, as you can see, stones to make it look like they're being used to prop up the nose, and I do like line the plane crash chassis with stones to make it look a little bit more like it's been fitted into the landscape. And especially with the raised terrain, I tried to raise it around it so that it made it look like they'd like shoved the plane remains up into the ground to give it like more support. I don't know, this is The Sims. That was my logic to trying to think, oh, shall I add in some terrain to make it look less flat? But I think most of the top is now really done. There isn't really much else that I add except exterior like decorations. I do add in some benches and stuff, but you can see here that I'm starting to line the planes with stones. And so I kind of only show kind of half of it because I thought you don't need to see me doing the same action over and over again. So yeah, I was really happy with how this build came out. I'm still really annoyed that we don't have many of the plants that came with Strangerville. I really wanted to use those plants, and I know a modder has managed to isolate them, but at the same time, that means like if I use them, I couldn't upload this build to the gallery, otherwise some people wouldn't be able to download it. So it's a little bit of a catch-22 really. But sorry for not uploading yesterday. I had a hectic day. I said at the beginning that I was hoping to try and keep the upload schedule to every Tuesday. And then when Strangerville came out, I uploaded like 2 videos in 2 days. And they kind of just like fell off the face of the earth. But I just wanted to get those out. And then I think I'm going to keep trying to go for the every Tuesday schedule. There was another build that I had, which was... The idea I had was... I had a concept that Dorothy Gale got blown to Strangerville instead of Oz, and I tried to follow I found a picture of the prop of the house that they use in The Wizard of Oz, and I kind of tried to follow it. I did add in my own accents to make it look a little less boxy, excuse me, make it look a little less boxy and stuff, but the footage I have for it is really, really laggy. Like, even when I've sped it up, there's just the frame rate. I don't particularly understand it. This is all still very new to me. But the frame rate was just so poor. Like, there was just nothing was happening in the video. Even though when I was playing the game, there was no problems at all. Sorry, I got really buggy nose at the moment. There was no problems at all with me when I was playing the game. But then when I was watching it back, it was just so laggy. So I can't upload it. It just looks so bad. So I haven't finished the build yet. I will finish it and upload it to the gallery because I did really like the concept, and I was really sad that I couldn't upload it to the gallery because I really liked what I did on the interior of the build. But I've managed to fix the problem because I recorded this afterwards. I had to do like a little bit of like Googling on how to use OBS Studio. Still very new to all of this jargon. So I think I fixed the problem. Sometimes there is a bit of lagginess, but compared to what it was in that video, this video is so much smoother to edit and to upload. Like, nobody's going to sit there and want to watch a video where you're sitting there for 3 seconds and then nothing happens and it like jolts and goes all over the place. So I was upset about that, but what can you do, eh? Stuff happens. At least it wasn't on this one because, like I said, I was hoping to try and do something a little bit more out the box with the Strangerville pack. And I did feel like I kind of got this in this build. Though that fallout shelter, that I can't remember who built it. I will link it in the description below if I can find the video, because it was absolutely stunning. So everybody should go watch them. I should have probably brought it up on my phone, but I didn't think of that. I've had a very hectic day, so that's why I was not uploading this yesterday. Things have just kind of all come together at one point. At the moment, I'm doing my master's at university, and for the part, like, last semester was absolute hell. Had so much reading, so much stuff to do. Excuse my little rant here, but this semester I had nothing to do for about 4 weeks, and then all of a sudden I've got dissertation work to do. I've got this to do. I was doing my friend for I was making my friend up for a party the other night, and then I was speaking to a lecturer today, and then I have an essay due next week, and I'm like, too much to do. So yes, everything came around at one point, and I'm like, I don't need this now, please. Can I go back to having 3 weeks of nothing? But yeah, so I will probably try and keep up with the every Tuesday upload schedule. I do have like a few builds in the works of the fact that I have edited the video footage and stuff, but I thought I'd upload this one first, just purely because we're still in the the period of Strangerville, so people are still kind of uploading this, so I thought I'll get this out before I upload the other builds, which are a little bit less Strangerville aimed, I think the word is, but I still haven't finished the gameplay. I'm always so bad at that. I keep wanting to watch like Little Simsies or Deligracy's LP, and I'm like, I've got to one bit and I know what comes in their next gameplay, in their next episode, but I'm like, I know because I'm just at that point, but I haven't gone further than that, so I'm like, I can't watch it. So I will finish the gameplay soon. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I did kind of do it in a bit of a straightforward way, in the fact that if you follow the aspiration to the T, it kind of cuts out a lot of some of the gameplay. So my advice is just take it slowly. Don't rush it. Enjoy it. I'm not going to spoil the gameplay because I don't want to do that. It's your chance, whoever watches this, it's their chance to watch or to play Strangerville. I'm not going to spoil it. My only advice is just take it slowly. Let the gameplay unfold itself, and you don't need to fly through it in one night. So that's all I'm saying. But I think most now is the coming back here to the build, as I've had a rant about something else. I wasn't even watching what was going on. I think most of the upstairs, I could class it, is coming together. But if you have watched this, if you haven't played Strangerville, then there's not a few secrets, if you want to class it as that, but I do add in like a secret basement at the bottom, and it doesn't use any like buy debug items or anything like that, but there is a few items which may, I don't really think so actually. No, I don't think they will actually. There were items in the build and buy menu, and I didn't have to cheat to get those items out, so I think it should be okay. No, I'm just making stuff up now. I think it should be okay. There's some items, but they, like, when you look at their descriptions in build and buy menu, it doesn't actually say what they are. So I think you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about nonsense. Anyway, I think mostly the build is coming together now. I really liked adding it in all the rocks. Though when I add in rocks, I always seem to use the same rock, and then it makes it look really everything the same. I'm like, why do I keep using the same rock? I know, because I'm being lazy, but I should stop using the same rock. I wish we, though, got the colour of those rocks that you can see on the right of the screen there, because we still haven't had any new rocks since base game, and it would have been nice to have got those kind of deserty Grand Canyon style red rock rocks. I don't even know what I'm talking about here, but that kind of deep red, where it you can tell it's been in the desert, it's been like blown out, it's been there for years. I don't do geography, I'm a historian, so don't vouch me on what sort of rocks they will be, but I think it would have been really nice to get, as well as some plants, some different rocks in this game pack. And there is a few extra bits that I add in the when I was gameplaying, when I was making sure that this whole thing worked, I did end up adding in some extra bits. When you will see them in the screenshots. I didn't think it was like totally necessary, because at the same time, I didn't really think what I was doing. I was like, oh, it's fine. I'm like, oh, I could have recorded that. But at the same time, this video is 23 minutes long, and I don't think it really needs to be any longer. So now we're moving on to the underground bar. Obviously, there is a bar upstairs, and I don't know how The Sims 4 works, whether there will be a bartender on both the upstairs and the downstairs. When I was playtesting it, I didn't really give it that long to run, so it was more like, can they play bowling? Yes. Can they use the toilets? Yes. Can they get downstairs? Yes. Okay, then it's gameplay tested. So I didn't really give the Sims much chance to actually get downstairs. Though if you do notice in the screenshot, in the thumbnail of this video, you have Judith Ward photobombing my screenshot as she's standing undercover, and I'm like, Judith Ward is always there. You never lose Judith Ward. But this build is now on the gallery. When you do find it on the gallery, if you do want to download this, it will look a little bit weird. on the fact that for some reason the basements won't have any walls and nor any floor, even though the items are there, and I don't understand that. I don't know if there's maybe a bug in the Sims 4 gallery that because I'm uploading something with an upstairs and a basement, that it doesn't seem to register that they're rooms. I don't know. It just looks like there's no walls to it, and I'm like, I know there's walls to it because there's footage of me putting the walls in right here. So just putting that out there, I don't know why it did that. But yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about now. Yay, I'm running out of things to talk about. But I've already said this, I like the way this build turned out. But I hope you've all been enjoying my builds, my rants, my random talking, my trains of thought. It's obviously, hopefully going to do something. I've so close to 10 subscribers. I'm still grateful for every single one. All views I'm very grateful for, and whoever wants to watch me rambling on for 20 minutes, I am eternally grateful, because it's just nice. Obviously, I'm not a game changer in any sense of the word, so this is only I'm in a month to having this channel. Some people, like Sim Supplies, had his channel for a decade, and it's like, I was 10. No, I wasn't. I was 12. When I was 12, I was definitely not thinking about starting up a Sims channel. So there you go. That's why he has 1 million subscribers. That's why I only have 7. But we won't go into that. Yeah. What else do I talk about now? Hope everyone's being well. Hope everybody enjoys the build. Please do comment on how life's going. If you want to have a chat, follow me on Twitter. It's the same username of Simstasis. Have a chat, don't mind. Follow me on the Origin, so you can find my builds. I have quite a few on there. That actually gives me something else to talk about now. I know what I'm going to talk about. There's a few builds that I have on the gallery. I think there's one which I did when Pets came out, and I was having a look through it, and I'm quite shocked at my roofing skills in that. So, on the fact that I built them years ago, whenever, I think it was 2015 when Pets came out. I don't know actually, if so, it's been a long time since it's been out. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a renovation video of that. Just purely because then at least it gives a video for the channel, and also my building style has changed since then. Like, the build did actually do quite well on the gallery for my own sense, that it got over 100 downloads, and I mean, like, to some people that's nothing, but to me that's special. So what I think I might do is do like renovation videos of that I really need to renovate that roofing. There's like a big gap where the roofs don't connect. And I'm like, what on earth was I thinking? Sure, my interior was okay. There's a few rooms I like in there, but there's like a huge empty space which I put a bar in, and like a huge hallway. Like that space could have spice. I'm going to go on some huge tangent now, which nobody's going to know about, but I'll ignore that. There's like a huge big empty space for which I don't understand, and the kitchen is really tight when I could have like expanded the kitchen a bit more. I don't know. I ended up not playing with that cats and dog family for not that long afterwards. I always have a habit of that. I create these like perfect Sims. I'm like, oh, I love you so much, and then I never play with them again. I don't kill them that often because I don't like killing my Sims, but I know, controversial, I do like killing some Sims, but I'm not going to talk about that because I'm not going to get demonetized because there's not enough views for that. Ha! But anyway, I think I'm mostly done now with the first floor of the basement. I did kind of try and add in accents of Strangerville, accents of this. Obviously use the bowling night stuff, and I've never actually, this is like the first, I bought the bowling night stuff not that long ago actually, because the gallery Origin was doing a sale, and I didn't actually have that many stuff packs, and then it was like at that time I was thinking of starting up a YouTube channel, so I was like, maybe I will start buying some more packs, like, so I can actually build more things. like, you know, should have all the packs because I'm online or anything like that. But I've never actually done any bowling. I just liked some of the furniture. So, and then I really like the fact that you can go bowling. Not that my Sims have ever gone bowling, but there you go. So I tried to use a lot of the bowling night stuff. Didn't really match the aesthetic of the place on the fact that it is quite run down. And then you've got all this like 1950s possibly. I'm trying to think now. Yeah, I'd say 1950s styled kind of aesthetic for the items, and I'm like, this does not fit in with this grunge. But anyway, it's the sort of thing of like, who's going to put a bowling alley in a crashed plane? It's the collision of two sorts of two aesthetics, so it's fine. So yeah, here now I'm kind of building their little secret lab, because I don't know how the gameplay works, on the fact that in some places you do have to go look for evidence, and I didn't know, because it's a public place and because I've built it, whether you can go there and look for evidence, or whether the Sims team have to write in what items can be used to find evidence. I'm not sure, because I put lots of clutter items which people can go searching evidence for in the secret lab, but I don't know how it works in the fact that I've built the room myself. So that's why I thought, oh, maybe whoever wants to put this in their game can at the same time go search for evidence about Strangerville, but I don't know if it works like that. Yep, so this build is fully functional. I make like that laptop there can be used, don't worry. I had to move it a little bit out from under the stairs, so it does work. So I'm not sure what else I've got else to say here. I think, yeah, I'm coming up for the screenshot soon. So I hope everybody's enjoyed this video. I really had fun building this. So if you want to download it, it is on the gallery. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's the same username, Simstasis. I'm trying to stay as active as possible. Masters obviously does get in the way of things a little bit, but I hope you've all enjoyed this. Please do like, subscribe, comment. I will read all your comments. I will reply to them, and it really does mean a lot to me. So please obviously don't leave harsh things, because it's not nice, but I'll say hello. I'll say hello. I'm a nice person, I promise. So I hope everybody has a lovely morning, afternoon, or wherever you are in the world. So I look forward to seeing you in my next video, which will probably be next Tuesday, and I will speak to you all very soon. So yes, thank you all for watching, and I think we're coming up to the screenshots. I've timed this wrong. No, we're coming up for the last screenshot now. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Goodbye!